Hello, Algebra 2 students. We are simplifying expressions, and this is going to be number 22 in the book, 23 rather, and 25 on page 316. And these are just problems worked out, and I want to show you how I would do this. The first one's going to take longer than the second one because there's just two ways to handle this right here. So let me show you the first way. Let me go ahead and stick this on a different layer too. If you were doing this, you could certainly just rewrite a cubed b to the third. You might want to call this like option 1 here. I don't know. If you hate this, I'm totally cool with you not doing it this way and doing it with option 2 that I'll show you in a second too. Now, if your exponent is negative, one way to handle this, if they're sideways like this and you don't have any fractions, is to just call the second group of parentheses a to the negative 2, b to the negative 2. Just like if it was a, b in parentheses squared, it would be a squared, b squared. Well, you could do this. And of course, you can just now kind of left to right this, because anytime you have, just on a side note, this is my side note, if you have something like x squared times x to the third, you remember that that equals x to the fifth. Well, here I have a to the third times a to the negative 2, and you add these exponents, so that's just going to be a to the first, and it's going to be b to the 3 plus negative 2, which is b to the first. So this answer should be AB. That's probably the most simple way to do it, AB, and that is correct. Now, option 2, let's do that in red, is to start off with a cubed b cubed. Hear me out. You know, you may love this one or you may hate it. You may like the first way to do it. Doesn't matter. But one way to look at this problem is like a fraction. If it's negative 2, then that means in the second parenthesis, that's 1 over a b to the second, like that. And then what happens is you have this now is over 1, and now we have a fraction issue. Sometimes you have to do it this way. On the next step, it would be a cubed b cubed in the first parenthesis, and on the other one, it's 1 over, and down here it would be a squared b squared, just like before. Well, then if you put these over top of each other, you know, we multiply straight across, this is going to equal a cubed b cubed over a squared b squared. And then you can see what's going to happen is these are going to cancel here. By the way, if you're a visual learner like me, on the top here, what you actually have is a times a times a times b times b times b. And on the bottom, we have a times a and b times b. That's a squared and b squared. And then if you think about it, you could just cancel this. Watch. Boom, boom. A for an A, B for a B, B for a B, and whatever's left is your answer. Nothing is left on the bottom, so that's just 1, and on top that would just be A, B. Final answer. Done two different ways. You pick the way you like the best, stick with it. This option 2 is definitely the more visual way. This is the more mathematical, analytical way, I would say, to do it. So whatever you feel more comfortable with, go for it. Okay, now that was 23. Now let me show you number 25, which involves a little bit bigger style of problem, and this I think should be done a specific way. First thing is I'm going to simplify the top. The bottom I'm going to leave alone. I'm not going to touch this thing at all until I'm done with what I want to do on the top. Okay, so I'm going to smash all this together, multiplying it together. I'm going to take 2 times 3, that's 6. C to the third times C to the second is going to be C to the fifth. D to the first, now notice I put a little 1 there. That's okay to do that. D to the first times D to the fifth is D to the sixth. And now I'm going to come right in here and cancel anything I can. So the 6, including the 6 and the 30. This 6 and this 30 is going to become a 1 here and a 5, just like you're reducing a fraction. And so this C to the fifth over C to the fourth, I'm going to subtract these exponents, and I'll have 1 left on the top, c to the first, and d is going to be to the 6 minus 2. So what's that going to be here? What exponent? 4. And what's left on the bottom? A 5. So it's going to be 1 c to the first, d to the fourth over 5, or the most eloquent way to write that is just cd to the fourth over 5, final answer. And that is number 25. If you got stuck, go back and watch that again. Lots of math there. See you later.